Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss how to write a program to find town judge. In a town, there are n people labeled from 1 to n. There is a rumor that one of these people is secretly the town judge. If the town judge exists, then the town judge trusts nobody. Everybody trusts the town judge except for the town judge. There is exactly one person that satisfies properties 1 and 2. So there will be only one person who will be satisfying these two properties. You are given an array trust where trust of I equal to a of I comma b of I. So array consists of two elements. Representing that the person labeled a of I trusts the person labeled b of I. Which means the first element trusts the second person. So in array we have two elements, right? So a trusts the person's b. If a trust relationship doesn't exist in trust array, then such a trust relationship doesn't exist. Return the label of the town judge if the town judge exists and can be identified, or return -1. So town judge is a person who will not trust anyone. Okay, that is the only hint we have to find who is the town judge. Let's take example 1. So here the value of n is equal to 2 and we have 1 comma 2. So 1 trusts to 2. Here 2 is not trusting anyone, which means 2 is the town judge. So output is 2. Let's take example 2. Here we have the value of n is equal to 3. Totally there are 3 persons. So 1 trust 3, 2 trust 3. Here 3 is not trusting anyone, so 3 is the town judge. Let's take example 3. So the person 1 is trusting 3, okay. 2 is trusting 3, fine. Then 3 is trusting 1. So which means first person is trusting someone, second person is also trusting someone, and third person is also trusting someone. So here there is no town judge, so the output value is -1. So this is the concept of graphs. This can be solved with the help of graphs concept. So what can we do? So these are all nothing but vertices. Totally there are 3 vertices and these are all edges. With that we can solve it very easily. I'll tell you how to solve this. And the graph has been represented in the form of matrix. So let's take the second example. Totally 1, 3 and 2, 3. So 1, 3 and 2, 3. Let's take the index values 0, 1, 0, 1. So I will represent this as a 2D array. Fine. First what I'm going to do is I'll be taking an array of size n plus 1. Totally how many elements are there? 3 elements are there. So I'll declare an array of size 4. Because index value starts with 0, but here the vertices starts from 1 onwards. That is why I'm taking the array size as n plus 1. So here this array I'll give it as ARR. So index value is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now I have to iterate a loop and I have to find totally how many town judges are there. So first considering if 1 is trusting 3, 3 is a town judge. If 2 is trusting 3, 3 is a town judge. So let's consider in this way first. For this I have to take a loop. So first I have to declare an array. So int ARR equal to new int of n plus 1. I have taken n plus 1 elements. Now what I have to do? I have to find how many judges are there we have to find. Then we have to find the unique judge. So for that I have to take a for loop and start the iteration with the index value 0 onwards. I equal to 0. I less than, the array name is trust, right? So trust dot length I plus plus. So here ARR of trust of I and 1. Because the second person can be the town judge, not the first person. So I'll be keeping the index value 1 as constant. So as it is a 2D array, trust of I. So 0, 1, 0th row, first column. First row, first column. So these people will be considered as a town judge. So whenever I'm getting a value, that index value has to be incremented in the array. That's all. So here what are we doing is, first I'll be taking my I value as 0, okay. ARR of, okay, trust of 0, 1 on the 0th index, first column. The value is 3. So on the index value 3, I have to increment the value. So initially all the array value will be 0. Now on the index value 3, I'll be incrementing the value as 1. Now I'll go for next iteration. I value is 1. So ARR of trust of 1 1. So first row, first column. I have the value called 3. So I'll be incrementing this value. So here both the iterations we have got the value 3. So 3 can be the town judge. This is the first step. So now I am finding whether this is the town judge or not. For that I'll be taking a variable called judge. I'll initialize the value as -1. Okay, we are finding the judge now. For this I have to take a for loop. I have to start the iteration from 1 because the vertices starts with 1, right? So 1. So I less than or equal to n. Up to n times we have to iterate I plus plus. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to check the condition saying that if ARR of I is equal to n minus 1. If this is the case, that person can be the town judge for sure. So I'll be taking judge is equal to I value will be initialized, and then I'll break the loop. And then I'll close if condition, then I'll close the for loop. So here what are we doing? I'll be iterating this particular array starting from the index value 1 onwards. So on the index value 1 I have the value called to 0. 0 and n minus 1. N value is 3. 3 minus 1 2. 0 and 2 are equal? No. Then go for next iteration. I have taken the value from the index value 2. So that is 0. 0 and 2 are equal? No. Then I'll go for next iteration. I value becomes 3. I'll take the array element as 2. 2 and 2 are equal? Yes. Which means as of now we are considering the judges nothing but the person 3. Third person is the judge. Totally we have n members, that is 3 members, out of which the third member is the judge we are considering. Okay. Again I have to take one more for loop and I have to check the person whom I am considering as a judge is trusting anyone or not. So how can I know the person is trusting someone? In a 2D matrix, the element present on the index value 0 is trusting someone. That I have to cross verify. For that, for int I is equal to 0, I less than trust dot length I plus plus. So here I am giving the condition as if trust of I 0, because 0 the person present on the index value 0 is trusting the person present on the index value 1. So that's why I am giving this condition. This is equal to judge value. Then for sure that particular person is not a judge. So I'll reinitialize the judge value as -1. And then I'll break the loop. Why are we breaking this? Because they have said there will be only one judge, unique judge. Finally I have to return the judge. So here I'll start the iteration from 0 onwards. 0 less than 2, condition is true because trust is having 2 rows. 0 less than 2, yes, condition is true. I'll go here. 0 0. On 0 0 I have the value called 1. 1 and judge are equal? No. Then I'll go for the next iteration. I value becomes 1. On the first row 0th column, the element is 2. 2 and judge value are equal? No, it is not equal. So I can return the judge value as 3. So we'll take one more example. That is the third example where we'll not have any judge at all. So 1 3 2 3 3 1. 1 3 2 3 3 1. We have taken a 2D matrix and the n value is 3. So here what happened? I have to find totally how many judges are there in the initial stage. So I'll take these values, I'll increment. So on the index value 3 we have 2, on the value 1 I have 1. Okay. As of now we have considered 3 judges. Now what I have to do? I have to take a for loop. I have to iterate from 1 onwards. So first person is a judge or not, we have to check. How come I know whether that particular person is a judge or not? The element which is present on the index value ARR, that value is equal to n minus 1. So here totally we have n value was 3, totally 3 persons are there. So 0 and 2 are equal? No. 1 and 2 are equal? No. 0 and 2 are equal? No. 2 and 2 are equal? Yes. As of now we are considering the person 3 is a judge. Afterwards I am taking one more for loop. I am checking whether that person 3 is trusting any other person or not. How can I know whether that person is trusting someone or not? How can I find it out? So I have to find the element which is present in the index value 0. If it is matching any one of the cases, then that particular person is not a judge. So here I am taking this element, I am comparing with the judge. 1 and 3 are equal, that is what I have given the condition here. So 1 and 3 are equal? No. Next 2 and 3 are equal? No. Next 3 and 3 are equal? Yes. So the person whom I have considered as a judge is trusting someone. So that person is not a judge at all. So I'll give my judge value as -1 and then I'll break. Now judge value has been reinitialized to -1 and then I'll break the for loop. I'll return judge. So here judge value is -1. That's all. This is the logic of the program. Let's try to implement it as a program now. So here what are we doing now? First I have to declare an array int arr equal to new int of n plus 1. So this helps us to find the total number of judges. For that I have to take a for loop. I have to iterate from the index value 0 onwards. I less than trust dot length I plus plus. So here what I'm going to do, arr of trust of I on the index value 1. That has to be incremented. The person with the person index value 1 is considered to be judges. So totally we have so many judges that I have to find the unique judge. To find the unique judge I have to take a for loop. I have to iterate I less than or equal to n I plus plus. To know whether that particular person is judge or not, I have a condition to check if arr of I is equal to n minus 1. If this condition is true, so judge value will be initialized as I value and then I will break the loop. So here I have taken a variable called judge. For that I have to initialize judges -1. Fine. After this I am checking one more condition saying that whether the person whom I have considered as a judge is trusting anyone or not. So how come I know whether the person trusting someone? A is trusting B, which is present on the index value 0. So for int I is equal to 0, I less than trust dot length I plus plus. So here the condition is if judge value whom I consider is equal to trust of 0 I. If it satisfies the condition, a particular person is not a judge, so I'll reinitialize the value to -1, then I'll break. Finally I have to return the judge value. That's all. This is the program. Let's run the code. Okay, there is a mistake I have made. Expected value is 3, I have written -1. So we'll figure it out what is the mistake we have made. Okay, this is not 0, it is I0. Just present 0th column. Okay, let's run the code once again. Is it passes the test cases? Let's submit the code. Is it passes all the test cases? That's all.